This week's show, things get spooky for Halloween. Al gets batty, how the Walking Dead are walking for a good cause, and how real-life bloodsuckers could be losing their bite. It's a thriller on today's Faboo News. Let's start the show!
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Faboo News. I'm Al.
And I'm Kai.
And this is the news show that gives you the good...
But it's Halloween, Al.
Hello, what?
Come on. You know, Halloween.
Oh, well, yeah, it's never really been my thing.
Not a fan of scary stuff?
Well, yeah, I am, but I just...
Good, because...
Zombies. They're not known for their charity work.
Not usually, though.
Residents in the town of Glastonbury in Somerset are out to change that. On Halloween every year, zombies, or people dressed as zombies,
We hope.
descend on the town to shamble through the streets in the annual Glastonbury Zombie Walk.
They need some body to hang out with, Al. But they're not just doing it for the fresh air and finger food. These zombies are raising money for a good cause. Money raised at the event goes to the charity Children's World, who run arts and educational events for children in the UK and across the world.
Children's World's important work supports kids with special needs and brings joy and laughter to kids in refugee camps and war zones across the world. Faboo.
Sounds like they've got some brains.
Stop that.
They'll be dead tired by the end.
Oh, good Lord. Discover more about the event and Children's World in the description below.
Did you know Halloween began with the pagan festival of Samhain, which celebrates the end of the harvest and start of winter? The earliest records of the festival date to the 9th century, and it was believed to mark a time where the barriers between the living and spirit realms were weakest, and people would set dinner places for ancestors and loved ones who'd passed on, just in case they wanted to swing by and say hello.
I did a duathlon last week.
A duathlon?
Yeah,
Which two sports did you do?
running and cycling.
Running and cycling, fantastic. How far did you run and cycle?
I cycled 200 metres and ran 100 metres.
Faboo! Well done, you!
You know, lizards use bubbles to breathe underwater.
Lizards use bubbles to breathe underwater? That's amazing! Join our Faboo crew by visiting FabooNews.com and you could be part of the show. Share your Faboo News by clicking on Faboo Yous and let's build our Faboo News family. One positive news story at a time. You can also support the show by joining our Patreon for exclusive perks and watch each episode a whole week before anyone else. All of this and more at FabooNews.com. Now, back to the show.
There's a real storm starting out there. It's getting windy. Hey, what's Kai doing? I don't know. Some kind of Halloween thing. Hey, what does a werewolf use to keep its fur tidy?
Ah!
Scare spray.
I'm all right.
Still to come, Al meets Bats, we meet Stingy Jack, and will Kai's love of Halloween draw Al to the dark side? But first,
Over to Djibouti in East Africa for our next story. A story about sucking human blood.
Ew.
I know, but there has... For heaven's sake. Real funny, Kai. Real funny.
I thought so.
But not enough. Not nearly enough.
Rats.
Scientists in Djibouti recently released a new type of mosquito into the wild that could stop the spread of malaria, a nasty disease caused by parasites and shared by the bite of mosquitoes.
I said ew before, but I don't think it was a big enough ew. Ew.
That's worse than ew, Kai. Malaria can cause seizures, brain damage, and death.
Oh dear.
The good news is we can stop the spread of malaria by controlling the mosquitoes that carry it. And that's what the scientists are trying to do. By introducing mosquitoes with adapted genes, scientists are making it harder for female mosquitoes to live long enough to start biting humans.
Why just the girls?
Well, it's just the girls who bite, Kai.
Oh, charming.
With less female mosquitoes around, there are less humans being bitten and fewer cases of malaria.
So, it's the girls who bite, is it, Al?
Wait, no.
I want to suck your blood.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting ghost. Interrupting boo. When you think of Halloween, you often think of bats. Specifically, vampire bats. But are bats really something you should be scared of? I went to Wild Discovery near Preston in Lancashire, England, to find out. I'm here at Wild Discovery at Ribby Hall Village near Preston in Lancashire. But I'm not here to visit their lemurs or their armadillos. No, I'm here to meet their bats with keeper Emily Harrison. Let's head in and say hello. How many bats do you have in here?
There's approximately 30, but they are a breeding colony and we only do a census once a year, so about 30.
About 30. That's a lot in a small space. Do they all get on?
They do. We don't really have any issues with them fighting, I don't think. They all get on really nicely.
What species are they?
We've got two types. So these little ones that you can see feeding off the banana, these are called cebus fruit bats. And then there are three slightly larger ones that you might be able to see flying around in a moment, and they're Egyptian fruit bats.
Where do cebus fruit bats come from?
They're from South America, and they live in sort of the forests in South America.
Forests in South America. Should people be scared of bats? I know a lot of people are.
Absolutely not. Bats are really, really important. So most bats actually feed on insects. So they're really, really important for pest control. And then fruit bats like these are actually involved in the pollination process like bees, so they help plants to grow.
Faboo! Well, this is about midday here. How are they still up?
So we have our bats on a reverse cycle. So you'll see it's dark in here at the moment. So what we do is the lights flick on at night and they all go to sleep. And then during the day, we turn the lights off and they all wake up.
Well, that's to help people see them when they come round and visit.
It is.
This is one of the Egyptian bats. Oh, they're making a real meal out of this banana. Is this their favorite food?
By far. Bananas by far their favorite. They also really like melon.
Melon. Who doesn't like melon? Wow. And you're not worried at all about them biting you?
No, they're not interested in me.
No. Yeah, they're not vampire bats, but those do exist, don't they?
Yeah, so there is a few different species of vampire bat, but there's a bit of a common misconception that they bite humans. That's really, really rare. They tend to feed on the blood of, so two species like to feed on the blood of birds and one on cattle. So it's very, very rare that they would bite a human.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that. And you must never pick up a bat yourself, not unless you've got training and a license. Do you have to have a license?
You have to be qualified through the Bat Conservation Trust. And then once you're qualified, then you're allowed to interact with bats. But bats are a protected species in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But you can help that. So by putting bat boxes up in your garden, that can give them somewhere safe to roost. And also a bug-friendly garden is a bat-friendly garden. So if you can make your garden attractive to bugs, that makes it attractive to bats.
Faboo!
Huge thanks to Wild Discovery at Ribby Hall Village and to Emily for letting us meet their bats. I'm sure we'll be visiting again soon.
I think there's a typo in this next bit. I don't think there is a K in pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, Kai?
I am not Kai. I'm the ghost of the cellar where we film.
I don't think a ghost would say that.
Yes, we would. Woo. What's happening?
Well, it looks like a power cut. You okay?
No.
Oh, hold on. I think I got a torch here somewhere. Oh, yep, here it is. Hey, you're shaking.
I'm scared of the dark.
Well, I thought you liked being scared. Well, hey, don't worry. The light will come back on soon.
Why aren't you scared, Al?
Who says I'm not scared? But I'm not scared of the dark. I know that over there's the washing machine, and over there's the camera, and over there's the laundry basket with the dress in. Well, you know, the one that Dad spilled butter on and is scared to tell Mom.
He's in so much trouble.
Hey, you know what scares me the most? My sister being scared. Oh.
I feel a bit better now.
Hey, it's Halloween. Do you want a spooky story?
What about Stingy Jack?
Cool.
Who goes there who walks through the night, stepping in silence and holding a light? 'Tis Jack of the smithy, Jack of the drink, the one they called Stingy, a villain, a fink. The devil he came to take old Jack's soul, but Jack was too quick for the rascal to hold. With a sleight of his hand and a trill of his tongue, Jack trapped the horned beast, and a deal was done. No more could the devil take Jack for his crimes. When he died, although wicked, Jack was safe for all time. But safety from hell was no blessing to be, for the drink it did kill him, and to heaven went he. And the gates they were closed to the villainous Jack, and from hell he was barred, so to earth he came back. And now old Jack wanders, ever to dwell, never in heaven and never in hell. Through the world he now walks, an ember ablaze, trapped in a turnip held up to his face. Jack of the smithy, Jack of the drink, Jack of the lantern.
Oh,
You know what? We should go trick-or-treating.
we should finish this show first.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for this week's Faboo News. It's been great seeing you. We'd love you to join us next week when we'll be looking at even more positive news stories from across the globe.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the show with others. And find us on all our socials to keep building the Faboo Yous family. You are our Faboo crew.
Until next week, stay kind, stay positive, and keep being your Faboo You.